Hello, everyone. My name is Artem, and I'm the CEO and founder of Signum.AI. And today I'm trying to record my first podcast with a wonderful guest, Tim. And Tim is the founder of Exportion Ninja, and of course, Tim is the marketing expert with extensive experience. And today I would like to discuss B2B marketing automation with you and ask you to share some thoughts. And yeah, my first question, Tim, could you please share more information about you, about your experience, and about your company?
Yeah, absolutely. So I used to be a professional drummer, and I accidentally sort of got into the world of digital marketing, having built a website for my next door neighbor, which did quite well. So yeah, that was about 10 years ago. I started the agency Exposure Ninja. We're an SEO and content marketing, pay-per-click, email marketing, web development agency. We're based in the UK, but we've got clients all around the world. And I'm now currently building a group of agencies as well through Shinobi Capital. And I love
Got it.
marketing automation.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I saw your experience on LinkedIn and it looks super promising. Thank you so much. And my second question, what trends in B2B marketing automation we will see this year and how will it all work in your opinion?
Oh, that's a really good question. To be honest, I'm hoping that the main trend we see in B2B marketing automation is actually companies doing it. We've got a lot of B2B clients, and we've used B2B marketing automation ourselves for over a decade now. But we still talk to B2B companies that are really relying on very manual processes. They're not segmenting their audience the way that they possibly could do. They don't really think about email marketing very much. They don't have any sort of SMS game plan at all. And I feel like so much of the B2C side of things, they get marketing automation, and they have to because of the volumes of customers that they're dealing with. But my experience on the B2B side is we're much slower to embrace this technology. So I'm just hoping that the main trend we see is adoption, people getting on this, because for us, we couldn't run our company without automation. And we wouldn't have been able to scale to the size that we have without it. Absolutely.
Got it. Cool. Thank you so much. It's really interesting. And what should be the focus when launching marketing automation for B2B growth strategy in 2024?
Yeah, so I'd try and sort of work from the outcome backwards. So if you're working with companies and clients and you have quite a long lead cycle, then one of the most common uses of automation we see is having sort of behavioral triggers. So let's say, we do a lot of SEO and content marketing. So let's say that we build a lead magnet on a client's website through a blog post. We get a blog post ranking on Google. There's a nice juicy lead magnet there. People are coming through from Google. They're signing up for the lead magnet. What happens then? So often what will happen is they'll get the lead magnet via an email and then nothing else. So what we try and help people do is work out, okay, given the intent of that user, given the query that they came through, given the topic of the lead magnet, what does that person need to see and need to receive in order to move them along the sales cycle? So we try and build an automation stream of emails and SMS that recipient gets over time to warm them up. But then the next question is, how do we know that that person is ready to move to the next stage in the sales cycle? Maybe they click on a button to inquire, or maybe they click on a button for more information about your service. What then happens in the CRM or the email marketing software that moves them to a different stream, which might be more prospect focused information? You might now be sending them some case studies and information that has a bit more commercial intent. So we try and look at it as, what do you need to do to continually move people towards the sale? And what are the automations that you need to build to do that?
Got it. Cool. Thank you so much. It's very valuable. I really appreciate it. And my next question, in one of your latest posts, you mentioned that AI could replace 95 of all requests to marketing agency. But what, in your opinion, can't AI replace?
Yeah, that's a really good question. That quote was from Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI. So he does have he's maybe slightly biased in that opinion. I've been thinking a lot about what the AI can and can't replace, and I'm actually not sure how far AI can go to replacing humans in marketing. And I really don't think that anyone is. I talk to a lot of agencies about this, and they say things like, well, yes, but AI will never be able to replace a human's creativity. I was having this discussion with someone inside Exposure Ninja just this week. AI will never be able to come up with a marketing slogan like this. I tend to be a lot less I don't know. I'm not sure I agree that AI will never be able to replace any aspect of the human. I think it's a really uncertain time. I don't think the people building this technology truly know the capabilities of what we're building. We're seeing some of the engineers working on these models being surprised at the emergent behavior of these models. So if the engineers building the models don't know what they're capable of, and if the founders don't know how these models have the capabilities that they do, I think it would take a very naive person to say AI is never going to replace humans in this or that aspect. Instead, I think we need to take a bit more of a constructive approach, which is, as marketers, we need to be fully aware of the capabilities of all of the latest AI models. We need to be pushing them and testing them to their boundaries. What I don't want is for people to be all of a sudden disrupted by some new capability which they didn't see coming. So I think I'm taking the perspective with Exposure Ninja and with the companies that we work with, that we want to be on the absolute front end of this. We want to be figuring out how to get clients recommended in ChatGPT, for example, just in case ChatGPT becomes the place that people go to find businesses. We want to figure out how to use these tools to create amazing content, just in case the next GPT-5, Claude 4 can write incredible content better than any human being can. So I think the role of marketers here is to stay on the front end, to be on the cutting edge of all of this, and to keep up to date, and to resist the temptation to say, yeah, but AI is never going to replace me, so I'm just going to carry on with my work. I don't think we can be sure of that, or at least I haven't seen any evidence that that is a viable long-term position yet, unfortunately.
Got it. Cool. Thank you so much. It's a really interesting strategy. And my last question, what do you think we need to learn right now to be a part in the future? I mean, there is a lot of there are a lot of automation, right? And there are a lot of tools that we need to learn how to use right now. But what is the critical thing? I mean,
Yeah, I think, and this might be a bit of an old school approach, but I think there is more time spent learning the tools and the techniques than understanding the sort of the human, the psychology part of it. So I think it's very tempting. For example, when you open up one of the marketing automation platforms today, they're so exciting. There are so many different things that you can do. And I've been guilty of building out these massively complex flows just to use the features because they're there, rather than thinking, okay, here's a human that I want to influence to move towards a purchase. And I think spending more time talking to people, understanding how they work, reviewing calls with the sales teams, or even just doing customer research, I think all of this is really helpful to keep us grounded. These AIs, the AI tools and the automation platforms, they should be here to serve a purpose rather than vice versa. So I think spending time getting familiar with the fundamentals of marketing, the fundamentals of persuasion, that's a really good use of our time. And I think that helps us to become better at using these tools because we're using them to get to an end rather than the other way around, if that makes sense.
got it. Got it. Cool. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. It's really valuable. And of course, guys, if you want to ask some questions for Tim, I ask Tim to put the information about the company and I don't know, some social medias. And please send your questions to Tim directly. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you to join us.
Thank you for having me. Really enjoyed it.